don't want to believe it, but no one stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
Today, from
and we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes. Really unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
These are his numbers for the contest. 20 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has team for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Waddle, the motion man, right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works.
Quickly brought down. Nice little gain. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ali, a tough run, gets him just inside. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. A run now from Achane.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
Here's Achane.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. With career touchdown number 60.
And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk a nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for, and when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Complete to Washington. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might...
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Allen's throw is complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen off the play fake. Able to shake him off. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw, it's Allen. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down. Allen going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Foreman powering ahead.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that touchdown, but instead that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC. They're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 2 yards good enough for a first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Miami. They only punted twice in a win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
3rd and 20.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, the punt 30.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here, offensively, they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Waddle, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
So we've reached halftime here.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Allen to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Allen now looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Allen. That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the Allen. Forced fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To the air, Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with a run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Miami. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. Powers by it, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it. This is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
It's a pickup of 6.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On the counter, it's Foster.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They run it on first with Foreman.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gray. But first he gets it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Parker Washington with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Allen will try to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Miami set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
This is 1st and 10.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's 1st down. Now Tua. Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Here's Tua. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Tua. They'll run. Achane.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Throwing Tua.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Tua.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting out in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Allen and the Bills now. Down by a field goal. A little over 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
To throw is Allen.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Allen.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now Allen. Now a give to Foreman. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
118 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
On for a very important punt here in overtime. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
On second down, here's Foreman.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
What can Allen do now with his drive? That's taken in by Knox.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah.
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us.